Hello everyone, I am K. Shashidhar Reddy, lecturer in mathematics, Government Junior College, Kondapak, District Siddipet. Today we will discuss the second year intermediate mathematics 2A topic, permutations. So some examples we will see here. If example 1, if NP4 is equal 1680, then find N. This is the question. Now answer. What is given? NP4 is equal to 1680. NP4 means when R value is given, just now we have discussed, NPR can be expressed as the product of R consecutive numbers. So in the descending order, we can write NP4 as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3. And on right hand side also, we have to express this 1680 as the product of 4 consecutive numbers by taking factorization. 1680, so 2 8 2 4 0, and 2 4 2 2 and 2 2 2 1 0, right? 3 7 0, and 7 1 and 2 5. So the highest prime number is 7 here in the factors. So now let us see how can we express this as the product of 4 consecutive numbers. So suppose if I express it as 7 into 6 into 5 into, here we can get 8, the product of these 3 numbers, prime numbers, 2 into 2 into 2, 8 into 7 into 6 into 5. So we can express this as product of 4 consecutive numbers as 8 into 7 into 6 into 5. So after factorizing this value 1680, we can observe here this 1680 can be expressed as the 4 consecutive numbers, 2 into 2 into 2, 8, and 7 is there, and 3 into 2, 6 into 5. So by equating corresponding values on both sides, this gives n is equal to 8. By equating any two corresponding values on both sides, if n minus 1 is equal to 7, then also n is equal to 8. If n minus 2 is equal to 6, then also n is equal to 8. So finally, the value of n is 8. And second example, if n plus 1 P5 is NP5 is equal to 3:2, then find n. This is the second example. Now, let us see the answer. What is given? N plus 1 P5 is NP5 is equal to 3:2. From the ratio and proportion concepts, here we can take the product of means is equal to product of extremes. So this is equal to 3 into NP5 is equal to 2 into n plus 1 P5. Now this implies 3 into NP5 means we can write it as the product of 5 consecutive values from n in the descending order. N into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 into n minus 4. And this is equal to 2 into n plus 1 p5. So here r is equal to 5 given. So we can write this as the product of 5 consecutive values from n plus 1 in the descending order. N plus 1 into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3. 5 product of 5 consecutive values. Now equal values or similar values on both sides will get cancelled. N into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 on both sides will get cancelled. Right? Now write the remaining values on both sides. 3 into n minus 4 is equal to 2 into n plus 1. Now by solving this equation, we find the value of n. We can get the value of n. 3n minus 12 is equal to 2n plus 2. Now, rearranging the terms on both sides, 3n minus 2n, when 2n comes to the left hand side, it becomes 3n minus 2n. And when we take minus 12 to the right hand side, it becomes plus 12, 12 plus 2. Therefore, n is equal to 14. So the value of n in this question is 14. Right. Now let us take up one more problem. Example. In how many ways nine maths papers can be arranged so that the best and the worst question number 1 in this again may come together. And second question in this may not come together. May not come together. This is the question. Now it is very interesting. And answer. So how many books are given? How many papers are given? 9 papers. Given 9 maths papers. 9 maths papers of different students. That means they are different. Right? Now, here we have to arrange all these 9 maths papers so that the best and the worst, there are 2 particular papers. 2 particular papers. There are 2 particular papers. What are those 2 particular papers? The best and the worst. So these 2 particular papers may come together. అంటే అవి కలిసి ఉండాలి. And another condition may not come together. Now these are the permutations that can be made fulfilling the given conditions. ఇక్కడ కొన్ని వర్క్స్ చేసేటప్పుడు కొన్ని కండిషన్స్ మనం ఫుల్ఫిల్ చేయాలి. ఏ కండిషన్ లేకుండా అన్నప్పుడు ఓకే, దట్ ఈస్ ద జనరల్ వే ఆఫ్ అరేంజ్మెంట్. అండ్ ద అరేంజ్మెంట్స్ దట్ కెన్ బి మేడ్ బై ఫుల్ఫిల్లింగ్ సమ్ గివెన్ కండిషన్స్. So here the first condition is the two particular papers come together, the number of arrangements means permutations that can be made from 9 different things here. Let us consider that math papers has different things. By taking by 9 different things with 2 particular things. So we have to arrange all the 9 different things at a time with a condition with 2 particular things. Always come together. So in arrangements, when some particular things are to come together, we have to consider them as one thing. This is very important. When some particular things are to be arranged together, we have to consider them as one unit. Now, in these 9 things, if 2 particular things are considered as one unit, then the total number of things be given will be 9 minus 2 plus 1. 9 things are given. We took the 2 particular things outside and we have added considering them as one thing. Therefore, the total number of things now in our hand will be 9 minus 2 plus 1. So, 8 things. So, when these 8 things are arranged, in all those arrangements, these particular 2 things will be together. So, that is the first work. So, what is the first work? We are arranging the remaining elements by considering the 2 particular things as one. So, when in the given 9 things, if the 2 particular things are considered as one unit or one thing, then the remaining elements are 8. These 8 elements can be arranged in themselves in 8 factorial ways. And after arranging these 8 elements in 8 factorial ways, now the 2 particular things can also be arranged in themselves in 2 factorial different ways, that is in 2 different ways. So in all these 8 factorial elements, whenever we change the order of these particular 2 elements, the total arrangements will be changed. So these 2 elements in themselves can be arranged in 2 factorial ways. So in each of these 8 factorial arrangements, if these 2 elements are arranged in 2 factorial, that is in 2 different ways, then the total number of 8 factorial elements will be doubled, that is into 2 factorial ways. Now here I will give the general formula for this kind of arrangements is n distinct things can be arranged in themselves with or particular things. Always come together. Is equal to. So as we discussed just now, if our particular things are to come together, we have to consider them as one unit. That means first we have to remove that R elements from given n elements and we have to consider them as one unit. Now we add that. Now the total elements will be n minus r plus 1. Now these elements in themselves can be arranged in n minus r plus 1 factorial, and that particular r elements in themselves can be arranged in r factorial ways. Therefore, this work in succession, both the works in succession by using fundamental principle can be done in n minus r plus 1 factorial into r factorial. So here in this above problem, n is given as 9 and the particular things r is equal to given as 2, right? And second, the number of arrangements that can be made from 9 different things with 2 particular things do not come together. అంటే అవి కలిసి రాకుండా పక్క పక్కన రావాలంటే వాటిని పక్కన రావాల్సినటువంటి ఎలిమెంట్స్ ని ఒకే ఎలిమెంట్ గా కన్సిడర్ చేయాలి. పక్కన రాకుండా ఉండాలన్నప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి? ఇప్పుడు ఈ 9 ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఇచ్చాడు. 9 ఎలిమెంట్స్ లోంచి 2 పర్టికులర్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ పక్కన రావద్దట. 2 పర్టికులర్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ పక్కన రావద్దంటే ఏం చేయాలి? 9 ఎలిమెంట్స్ లోంచి మనం 2 ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఫస్ట్ తీసేయాలి. తీసేస్తే ఎన్ని ఉంటాయి? 7 ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఇప్పుడు ఈ 7 ఎలిమెంట్స్ ని ఫస్ట్ అరేంజ్ చేయాలి. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Now we have to arrange these 7 elements first in the 7 blanks. So this can be done in 7 factorial ways. Now the 7 elements in 7 blanks can be arranged in 7 factorial ways. Now after arranging these 7 elements, that 2 particular elements can be arranged so that they do not come together. Then where we have to arrange them in between every 2 elements in these places, or at either of the ends, first place లో కానీ లాస్ట్ లో కానీ. అయితే పర్టికులర్ గా ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఏవైతే పక్కన రాకుండా అరేంజ్ చేయాలి అన్నప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ వాటిని తీసేసి మిగిలిన వాటిని ఫస్ట్ అరేంజ్ చేయాలి. ఆ మిగిలిన వాటిని అరేంజ్ చేసిన తర్వాత వాటి మధ్యలో కానీ 2 చివర్లలో కానీ ఎక్కడైనా ఇప్పుడు ఈ పర్టికులర్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ కనుక అరేంజ్ చేసినట్టయితే అవి పక్కన రావు. ఇది ఈ కండిషన్ ని ఫుల్ఫిల్ చేస్తూ పర్మిటేషన్స్ ని మనం ఏర్పరిచే విధానం. నౌ ఆఫ్టర్ అరేంజింగ్ ది 7 elements, these 2 particular elements can be arranged in how many places? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now when 7 elements are arranged in a row, the number of blanks between every 2 elements and at either of the ends will be 8. We will get 1 blank more than the elements arranged in a row. If 7 elements are arranged, we will have 8 blanks. If n elements are arranged in a row, we will have n plus 1 blanks. Now here 7 elements are arranged first. After removing the 2 particular elements from the given 9 elements, the 7 elements are arranged in 7 factorial ways, and in between them and at either of the ends we will have 8 blanks. Now in these 8 blanks, the 2 particular elements will be arranged in 8p2 ways. So arranging 2 elements in 8 different blanks or 8 different elements arranging in 2 blanks, both are same. Now that is equal to 8p2. So now this can be done by using fundamental principle in 7 factorial into 8p2, right? So this 7 factorial value is what? First arranging the elements by after removing the 2 particular elements from 9 elements. And next, this arrangement is arrangement of 2 particular elements in between and at either of the ends of the 7 elements so arranged. After arranging these 7 elements, in between every 2 elements and at either of the ends, we will have 8 blanks. In that 8 blanks, these 2 particular elements can be arranged in 8 p2s. So for this, we will write the general formula. So like this, n distinct things can be arranged in themselves with r particular things do not come together. First, we will remove that r elements from the given n elements and we arrange these elements first. Then, when n minus r elements are arranged in a row, the number of blanks that we can have between every 2 elements and at either of the ends is what? 1 more than the number of elements arranged. So how many elements are arranged here? N minus r. Therefore, the number of blanks in between every 2 elements and at either of the ends will be n minus r plus 1. Now in this n minus r plus 1 blanks, that particular r elements can be arranged in n minus r plus 1 pr ways. So this is the formula to make the arrangements when the particular things do not come together. And this is the formula in general to make the arrangements when the particular things to come together. So this is very important concept with the condition such that some particular things always come together and some particular things always do not come together. Okay.
ఆ చదువులమ్మ నేరుగా ప్రతి ఇంటి గడప చేరగా మీ భవితకే భరోసా దూరదర్శన్